Welcome to the History of North America. I'm Mark Vinette. Let's start this episode by addressing a comment from one of our faithful listeners. Mr. Vinette, thanks for your many years devoted to the Music History Association, which often helped me with my research of history. Well, thanks for the kind words, and you're welcome. And allow me to share with my audience the details of the organization you highlighted. The Music History Association was an online concern dedicated to the advancement of North American historical music studies. The association was a cyber learning center and roundtable that presented and participated in lectures, conferences, tours, educational programs, and seminars throughout North America. The history of musical styles were explored in conjunction with each specific discipline or area of interest. The association's main objectives were the research, study, critical analysis, publication, and circulation of historical information and knowledge regarding North America and the music it spawned. The organization was a focal point for people interested in North America's music from diverse perspectives. The association offered unique and valuable opportunities to professional and amateur historians, scholars, musicologists, audiophiles, students, history buffs, and anyone else interested in the study of this continent's musical history. It provided information, contacts, internet links, and resources regarding specific periods of North American history and its eclectic musical sounds. The association also assembled, recorded, and cataloged data in 3 languages: English, French, and Spanish. It was an honor to be the founder, coordinator, and supervisor of this dedicated think tank, which operated from 2004 to 2019 as a vibrant branch of the North American Historical Institute. Participants were encouraged to share with the association any music-related information and knowledge, including photographs, films, books, drawings, manuscripts, sheet music, illustrations, documents, memorabilia, souvenirs, antiques, vintage instruments, data, statistics, facts, stories, anecdotes, rumors, tidbits, opinions, questions, ideas, bibliographies, and audio-video recordings. In addition, special emphasis and focus was directed to field research and reports, historical antecedents, and archaeological studies. The association also devoted much attention to the investigation, interpretation, commentary, and translation of submissions regarding the lives of common and prominent artists, musicians, performers, music industry pioneers, builders, entrepreneurs, innovators, technicians, and inventors who helped transform the art of music. The Music History Association inspired several of our Timeline Channel videos. Here's the audio from a few of these Titans of History video presentations. This edition of Titans of History presents the Grammy Awards. A Grammy Award is an accolade by the National Academy of Recording Arts and Sciences of the United States to recognize outstanding achievement in the music industry. The first Grammy Awards ceremony was held in May 1959 to honor the musical accomplishments by performers for the year 1958. The tape telecast of the event was broadcast 6 months later. The award ceremonies were held in both New York and Los Angeles, with winners accepting in either city. Pierre Cassette bought the rights to broadcast the ceremony and organized the first live telecast in 1971 and served as executive producer until his retirement in 2005. Thousands of Grammys have been awarded to recipients from around the world. Many Grammy trophies are presented prior to the telecast ceremony. The annual presentation ceremony features performances by prominent artists. We hope you have enjoyed this presentation and look forward to sharing history with you again soon. This edition of Titans of History presents Frank Sinatra, My Way. My Way is a song popularized by American singer Frank Sinatra. Its lyrics were written by Paul Anka and set to music based on the French song Comme d'habitude, co-composed, co-written, and performed in 1967 by Claude François. Anka's English lyrics were written specifically for Sinatra and are unrelated to the original French song. Sinatra recorded his version of the song on December 30th, 1968, and it was released in early 1969 on the album of the same name and as a single. The tune became Sinatra's theme song during the latter stage of his career, with the lyric eventually attaining international iconic status. And now, the end is near, and so I face the final curtain. My friend, I'll say it clear, I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's full, I've traveled each and every highway. And more, much more than this, I did it my way. We hope you have enjoyed this presentation and look forward to sharing history with you again soon. This edition of Titans of History presents Felix Mendelson. Felix Mendelson was a German composer, pianist, organist, and conductor of the early Romantic period. He was born into a prominent Jewish family and soon recognized as a musical prodigy. Mendelson enjoyed early success throughout Europe, where he also revived interest in the music of Johann Sebastian Bach. He was particularly well received in Britain as a composer, conductor, and soloist, and his 10 visits there, during which many of his major works were premiered, form an important part of his adult career. His essentially conservative musical tastes, however, set him apart from many of his more adventurous musical contemporaries. The conservatory, which he founded, became a bastion of this anti-radical outlook. Mendelson wrote symphonies, concerti, oratorios, piano music, and chamber music. His best-known work is his overture and incidental music for A Midsummer Night's Dream. His songs without words are his most famous solo piano compositions. After a long period of relative denigration due to changing musical tastes and anti-Semitism in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, his creative originality was resurrected, re-evaluated, and recognized anew. He is now among the most popular composers of the Romantic era. Mendelssohn married in 1837 and had 5 children. In 1844, he began a special relationship with the famous Swedish opera singer Jenny Lind. He died at the young age of 38 in Leipzig after a series of strokes. He had once described death in a letter as a place where it is to be hoped there is still music, but no more sorrow or partings. We hope you have enjoyed this presentation and look forward to sharing history with you again soon. This edition of Titans of History presents John Lennon, Imagine. Imagine is a song written and performed by the English musician John Lennon, a former member of the Beatles. Lennon composed Imagine at his home on a Steinway piano one morning in early 1971. His wife Yoko Ono watched as he composed the melody, chord structure, and almost all the lyrics, nearly completing the song in one brief writing session. Lennon and Ono co-produced the song and album of the same name with Phil Spector. Recording began at Lennon's home studio in May 1971, with final overdubs taking place in July at the record plant in New York City. The song became Lennon's best-selling single of his solo career, and the lyric eventually attained iconic status around the world. Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger, a brotherhood of man. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us and the world will live as one. We hope you have enjoyed this presentation and look forward to sharing history with you again soon. It's a privilege to be your guide through the endlessly fascinating history of North America. I'm Mark Vinette, and I hope you'll join me next time.